guys, welcome back to No Cap Invest. Let's get straight to it. With yesterday's video being about investing themes for 2022, I thought today I'd go ahead and make a video about my top 5 best performing oil stocks. So here they are. So I'm going to be talking about my top 5 best performing oil stocks in order of how well they've performed for me and my portfolio. However, that doesn't mean this is a recommendation to buy these stocks in this order, or that these stocks are that the first stock is the best stock or whatsoever. So please keep that in mind when you watch this video. So the first one on the list is going to be Exxon Mobile, ticker XOM. Everyone knows Exxon is one of the biggest oil companies in the world, and it's also been one of the most profitable companies and one of the largest Fortune 500 companies in the world at one point. It had a really hard run, like all oil companies, during the pandemic, and it went down even all the way to about $30. And when I saw that, I finally caved in and bought myself a couple of shares at 30 bucks, and now it's sitting around 90 bucks. And so that's a really big return, and that's going to be my most successful oil investment. Number 2 is going to be ticker EQNR. This is Equinor, which is the state sovereign wealth fund of Norway, which is an oil company, but also an investment vehicle, and also like the Norwegian people's pension. It's really complicated, but it's also publicly traded, and it's really cool. So essentially what you get here is you get an oil company in Europe that is producing a lot of oil, but also diversifying its investments and assets into green, renewable energy and all kinds of different things. So that's why I really like this stock. It's going to be a long-term hold for me. Then we have ticker OXY. This is Occidental Petroleum. Occidental Petroleum is one of the largest drillers in the world. So this is on the other side, not really on the refinement and consumer side, but more on the exploration of oil reserves side. So Occidental Petroleum is one of the biggest, if not the biggest, oil explorer and drillers out there. And they got hit really hard during the pandemic, and I saw the video by Wall Street Millennial where he recommended Occidental Petroleum, and I looked into it for myself, and it did pretty well. So the next one is a stock that I just recently got into. It's actually a trust. It's the Texas Pacific Land Trust, and basically this is a company that holds the land that some drillers are using to operate on, and they receive royalties from whoever's drilling on their land. And what got me into TPL actually was I was watching Bloomberg, and I saw a little article saying that TPL was going to start using or start mining Bitcoin with excess flare gas on some of its drilling operations. So after I saw that, I was like, dude, bet. So that's going to be it for my investments that are in the green. So for my last one, I had to go through the rest of my oil stocks that are a little bit in the red, some more than the others. But I wanted to pick one that I thought is interesting, which is ticker USAC, and this is the United States Compression Partners. And basically this is cool because these are services that oil and gas providers and distributors and companies need regardless if oil prices are up or down. So they're still going to need that compression service for the natural gas operations, and it's a pretty solid business. It pays a solid dividend, and even though it might not be like one of the best gaining things out there in this economy, in 2022, it's kind of nice to have something in there that pays a solid dividend and is not dropping like everything else. So thanks for watching, guys, and I know that it might be a little bit controversial to be investing in oil, especially with global warming and climate change, but I used to be of the mind that, I'm never going to invest in an oil company because they're destroying the world. But as I did more research and looked at the bigger picture, I saw that, the situation out there is not so simple. We all need energy. The world needs energy. And as this year has shown, when we lose a certain supply of energy, things can go wrong really quickly. So I believe that the best way to change these oil companies or any kind of company that's doing bad in the world is really to invest in them and then change it from the inside. By being a shareholder, you can then vote against certain decisions. Even though I may not be able to vote against, Exxon with the amount of shares that I own, it's the principle that counts for me, and maybe one day I will actually be able to do that. So thanks for watching No Cap Invest, guys.
No, I fucked it up.
God.
I fucked it up. What are you doing, man?
This is the closest thing I got to a foam roller in 2 weeks, man. Leave me alone. Be back.